Hello, YouTube. Guys, I'm checking out Enhancement Shaman on Midnight Alpha. Oh my, let's lust it. Sure. Let's send the Bloodlust. Whee! Right now, it is playing very cleanly. It's very, very fun. I've really been enjoying it. I'm somebody who has played Enhance traditionally, like, over the years, but I've not really mained it. Generally because it's just been so hectic and so unpredictable, which is kind of the design. But Blizzard is making some changes. They're removing some talents. They're adding some talents. They're reducing the amount of things that you're going to have to track in order to play and optimize on Enhancement. So they're making some changes. But right now, I will say it's really, really fun to play. Really satisfying. Visually, it looks beautiful. And I'm really happy with the general playstyle that's shaping up right now. So I'm going to go through that. I'm going to cover what's changed, how it feels, and just go through some kind of like rotational display and explain what I'm trying to achieve here with Enhance. It is alpha. Things are subject to change. Let me know in the comments if you're happy about how things are looking, if you're sad about how things are looking. I'm genuinely interested in knowing. I'm trying to test every spec that I possibly can during the alpha and beta. And as updates come through, I want to be making all this content for you guys, so let me know. And also, keep in mind that Blizzard is looking to simplify every single spec, not just Enhance. But to be honest, I don't think Enhance has been hit that bad. I actually really liking it. So let me know. Let me know if you guys think this is catastrophic or not, because I'm genuinely curious. So to start off the video then, let's look at things from the developer's note. So developers have said, going into Midnight, we are aiming to reduce the amount of information to track for playing Enhanced Shaman optimally. To achieve this goal, we are looking into reducing the number of buttons, auras, and spell highlights to track, while heavily keeping in mind how it feels to play Enhancement Shaman. So they're looking at reducing things while still keeping it at its core the same. In addition to the core enhancement changes, we are aiming to reduce the overhead of understanding two different hero talent rotations. The hero talents have affected the rotation a bit more than we'd like. We're making adjustments that will allow these hero talents to fit into Enhancement's core rotation more naturally while preserving what is unique about them. Okay? That is a subjective-y thing there. I'm sure some people are going to be full in agreement. Some people are going to be in disagreement. By all means, let me hear it. So, they've also then, I want to talk about going straight into a lot of the things that they have removed. So, I'll talk about that in a moment. To conclude on the developer note there, like, I am not somebody who's been a diehard Enhance. I've played it since WoD on and off. The changes they made have made me way more likely to play Enhance. Like, Enhance is on my radar now as one of the specs I potentially want to, like, really put a lot of time into in Midnight because of some of these changes. So, again, if you're a diehard Enhance, you might not be happy. I don't know, but is it going to attract more people to the spec? Maybe. Don't know. It's hard to say. But for me, I'm interested, so you got one. But then let's look at some of the things that are being removed then. So, you're taking off Alpha Wolf. You're now going to be getting your spirits passively, either on the talent tree here from Feral Spirit, or in Stormbringer, you get guaranteed Wolf when you use Doom Winds. So, you've got a guaranteed way of generating it there and getting that damage and knowing that it's going to be coming. But yeah, it's passive now. You're no longer going to kind of have a cooldown there. They've gotten rid of Crashing Storms. They've gotten rid of Elemental Blast. So that's just, I think, just been straight removed. I don't think it's been replaced by anything necessarily there. So I think that's just a straight removal. Flowing Spirits has been removed. Elemental Spirits has been removed. Hailstorm and Ice Strike. So this is like a reduction in a rotational ability, I guess. You're not going to really be using Frost Shock for rotation stuff, as far as I can tell. It's just going to be a utility button now. They've removed Improved Maelstrom, Legacy of the Frost Witch, Molten Thunder, Primordial Wave, though I think Primordial Wave has kind of just been substituted here. Voltaic Blaze is now working sort of like it. So Voltaic Blaze is going to apply your Flame Shock to the target and up to 5 more mobs, and then your Lava Lash is going to spread it to 5 additional mobs if you're running this Molten Assault talent, which is very high up on the tree, very easy to get. In fact, you might have to take it just to be able to progress further down the tree. I need to look at that, actually, but that's just going to cause your Flame Shock to be spread whenever you Lava Lash there. So, cool. It also refreshes it. So that's there with Voltaic Blaze. Elemental's also getting that, as well as Enhance. They've removed Tempest Strikes, they've removed Unrelenting Storms, and they've removed Witch Doctor's Ancestry. So from what I understand, most of those removals are just passives, and they're probably going to be replaced by other passives. And then they've removed a few active abilities there, so they have condensed the rotation down a bit. But it flows really well in my opinion. I really like it. Now, you do have the updated hero talents for Stormbringer and Totemic. I think they've added in this like final column, more or less. For Totemic, you've got Lava Lash damage increased. Each stack of Maelstrom weapon consumed increases the duration of your active hot hands by 0.2 seconds. This is really cool. I think I'll show you a little build later that I think Word Up made, and I've been playing around with it, and it's really, really fun. So I'll talk about that in a little bit, but this is a good talent, I think. I think they made some other adjustments, like Surging Catalyst, I think, might be one. There's some other stuff which I think is pretty passive-y. You guys can check it out online for sure. They've also updated the tree here for Stormbringer. I think Stormwell is new, so Wind Fury weapon damage increased. Crash Lightning, when it hits a single target, it's going to proc a Wind Fury. They've updated some other things. They've updated Awakening Storms here, so Stormstrike has a small chance to upgrade your next Lightning Bolt to Tempest. So they have made some adjustments here. You guys can check the full edition, I guess, on... I'm not going to go through absolutely every single passive update. So that's some of the stuff there. In terms of the Apex talent, so the Apex talent is like the new fancy talent that every spec is getting. Generally speaking, for most of them, they are kind of just passive, don't really care, not really changing much necessarily from what I've seen so far, from what I've tested. Enhance Shaman's Apex talent is the best feeling Apex talent that I played with, and I like it. The ability it's affecting, I like the ability it's affecting the most, right? Like, some specs, the ability that the Apex talent is affecting is like, doesn't feel so good. But this feels good, I think. So the way it works is each Maelstrom weapon spent has a 2% chance to cause your next Crash Lightning to ignore its cooldown. The weapon enhancement effect of Crash Lightning may now overlap. Maelstrom weapon spending abilities deal 15% increased damage. Weapon imbuements deal 20% increased damage. Crash Lightning electrocutes the area struck, dealing 50% of its damage 2 additional times over 2 seconds, and its weapon enhancement effect now increases auto attack speed by 15%. I'm trying to think if there's any other, like, Crash Lightning things. Oh, yeah, Thorm's Invocation is a big one. So Doom Winds and Deeply Rooted Elements last 2 seconds longer, and Ascendance gets a 60-second reduction. During Doom Winds or Ascendance, Stormstrike and Crash Lightning consume up to 10 Maelstrom weapon to discharge a Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning at 100% effectiveness at your enemy. So this is really nice. Like, during your Doom Winds or Ascendance, you're going to... This is something I think is already on the War Within Enhance, but you're going to... You don't have to worry about spending Maelstrom. It's going to be spent for you, which is nice. So you've got Thorm's Invocation there. Then you're playing around Crash Lightning here. And it looks really good. So if I show you the visual of Crash Lightning, it looks really good. It feels powerful. It's pretty cool. So there's that. What else did I want to show you? Oh, yeah. Ascendance is like a choice node with Deeply Rooted Elements. So Deeply Rooted Elements is just when you consume Maelstrom, you have a chance to proc Ascendance. Or you can just take Ascendance. But if you take either of these, it's going to replace your Doom Winds. So you can't have Ascendance and Doom Winds. You have one or t'other. That's a lot of the rotational stuff, really. So you can see my bars here, right? Like, I'm playing Totemic right now, so I have a totem to deal with. Otherwise, if I was playing Stormbringer, I wouldn't have this totem, and I think I'd just have one fewer button to press. But this is the build I'm running right now. It's very much like right-hand side of the tree is like Hot Hands, Flame Shock, Lava Lash, that kind of stuff, like fire damage and, I guess, elemental damage. You're playing around Sundering. When you Sunder, you gain 15% haste for 12 seconds, and you get some Maelstrom weapons. So I'm playing around this here. I also get Fire Novas, so when I Voltaic Blaze, going to be doing Fire Novas. That's cool. Lava Lash and Sundering increase damage of your Flame Shock on the target. You get elemental weapons. You got Hot Hands. When Lava Lash strikes a target affected by your Flame Shock, its cooldown is reduced. So you're getting the reduction there from Ashen Catalyst. You're getting a reduction in Lava Lash from Molten Assault. And then you're getting a reduction in Lava Lash. There's another one. Hold on. This is the important one. There's another one. Bear with. Bear with me. Because I'm getting the reduction of Lava Lash. Sorry, I'm still learning everything. So just yes. Okay, here we go. So this is the build that I'm currently playing, and it's really, really, really fun. So let's get into this. So Elemental Tempo. So each stack of Maelstrom weapon consumed reduces the cooldown of Storm Strike and Lava Lash, right? So basically this build that I'm playing is I'll go into combat and I will apply Voltaic Blaze. I can like Lava Lash to help spread, probably get Storm Strike on cooldown. Then I can drop my Totem, Sundering, which is going to give me haste, Doom Winds, Crash Lightning. Then I can just Lava Lash, Storm Strike, Lava Lash, Storm Strike, Lava Lash, Storm Strike. When I'm getting Crash Lightning procs, I'll also be doing Crash Lightning. And now I can go down into like spending Maelstrom. But what I'm also doing is I'm also extending my hot hands whenever I spend Maelstrom. So the way this is sort of playing during Doom Winds is I'm getting increased haste. So I'm using Sunder, which is going to increase my haste. I'm then Lava Lashing, which is going to do a lot of damage. You know, do all the Lava Lash stuff, give me hot hands, all those interactions. But then, whenever I Storm Strike or Crash Lightning, it's going to spend Maelstrom. So it's going to do the Chain Lightning or do the Lightning Bolt, which is then going to reduce my Lava Lash. So then I can just be sort of in my Doom Winds windows. Look, I'll show you another one here. So let me Voltaic Blaze. I'll drop my Totem. I'll Sunder. Doom Winds, Lava Lash, Storm Strike, Lava Lash. And you can just see my Maelstrom just getting spent. I got this Crash Lightning now. I don't know if I probably want to guarantee like wait until I've got a Crash Lightning and then go into my cooldown window with that Crash Lightning in mind. But then I can also extend these hot hand windows whenever I'm spending Maelstrom, which I think is going to be a little bit of just sort of a passive thing that you're just going to be doing. I don't know how much you're going to focus on that outside of your Doom Winds windows necessarily. That'll, I guess, be like an optimization question. That'll be a theory craft thing. But the rotation's really fun. Like, this is really, really fun. I'm enjoying this. So it's just cool how your Doom Winds windows just really nicely play out. And it feels like this little reward, this little sweet treat for doing all the things that you should be doing well with like outside of your Doom Winds windows. Then you get a Doom Winds, everything feels really, really good. So I'll show you one final one. We drop a Totem, we Sunder, I'm going to Storm Strike. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that my Lava Lash was on the lowest possible cooldown or was available, because otherwise you can end up in this like awkward situation where your Lava Lash isn't available and you're like, oh, I don't know whether to send a global or not. So you want to like make sure your Lava Lash is like off CD. But yeah, it's really fun. That's how it looks. It's pretty sick. Now I will in a moment, I'll jump over to Stormbringer and show you some of that, and I guess I'll switch up my tree a little bit. So I think if you weren't gonna play this like this hot hands build, like how you'd switch it up. So I think that you'd drop Surging Elements and potentially Sundering. I think that you drop Lashing Flames and Hot Hands. And I think you lean more over into like Overcharge here, crit strike damage if your nature ability is increased by a crit chance. Chaining Storms. Chain Lightning's now going to jump 2 additional times. Chain Lightning's going to jump 2 additional times. Converging Storms. Each target hit by Crash Lightning increases damage of next Storm Strike. Then you're probably going to grab Thunder Capacitor. Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning damage increased. And have a chance to refund the Maelstrom. You obviously need to grab your Apex. And then you have like one talent left. Stormbind is going to reduce target's movement speed. I don't think that matters. You could potentially go Feral Spirit. I don't know how good that will be. Again, this is like where Theorycraft stuff comes in. Maybe Ascendance. I don't know. Maybe Sunder, but then I don't think you're going to be taking... I don't know if you take Surging Elements or not, because I don't know that you have the talent points available. If you're going more of this Storm Strike, Chain Lightning playstyle, like all that kind of stuff, you know? So again, you know, I'm not a theory crafter. I don't know. I don't think everything's been absolutely figured out yet, but I think these are the things that you would probably drop. You're probably still keeping Voltaic Blaze and stuff, spreading Flame Shocks. I don't know, maybe you drop Elemental Weapons. I don't know. Let's just, for now, let's go Feral Spirits. Let's summon some Wolves. Sounds fun. And then we can get into the thick of it. So I think rotation-wise, so like now I've lost Sundering, I've lost Surging Totem. I've not gained any new rotation abilities. If I did take Ascendant, it would just replace Doomwinds anyway, so it's not like that's going to add something. So I guess just going into combat, I'm maybe less confident on how I should be playing this, but I can Voltaic Blaze, I guess Lava Lash, Stormstrike, Doomwinds, Crash Lightning, get into just like well, I should probably just be Stormstriking as much as possible. Spending Tempest, use the free Chain Lightning. Tempest again, use a free Chain Lightning. I think the thing with this playstyle is like you have the chance to get free Chain Lightnings that then don't consume Maelstrom, so you can like Chain Lightning again. So I think it's just going to be a lot of like Storm Striking and then cycling in Chain Lightnings when you're getting them. Maintaining your Flame Shocks on stuff. Not sitting on 2 stacks of Storm Strike, that's for sure. I'm not 100% on this one. I think this build probably feels a lot better with Ascendance. So let me actually grab Ascendance. I think I want that for this. So I'll give it 20 seconds and then I'll give it a second, see if I can grab that. I was testing this the other day and it definitely felt a lot better with Ascendance. So let's do that. We gotta wait 10 seconds. But yeah, more so than like when you're in an Ascendance window, you're getting your empowered Storm Strike, and you're just like sending that. It's using your Maelstrom for you. I think that's really good. So let's do that. Yeah, this felt a lot better. There we go. So let's do same again. So I can Voltaic. We can send a Bloodlust, sure. I guess I Crash Lightning just to get like everything proccing, Tempest, and then I'm just like Storm Striking, sending Tempest, Crash Lightning on the proc. Again, I'm not sure on the optimization of this, of like, because Crash Lightning is really important for your Apex talent, right? So, like, I think I want to be maintaining Crash Lightning, but then, you know, am I just Storm Strike spamming? Because Storm Strike's going to use my Tempest for me, right? During Ascendance. But you're getting those free Chain Lightnings. So it's a lot more like Chain Lightning, Tempest, playing more into that. I haven't been Lava Lashing as much and doing much of that. But I guess you would outside of, like, major proc windows and stuff. So it plays very similar between the 2 hero talents. I think just one is playing a little bit... Well, one's playing more around, like, Hot Hands windows. The other one is playing around, I guess, a lot of Chain Lightnings and that kind of thing. And Tempest. But rotationally, you have the same buttons, which is the developer's intention. That's everything I wanted to show you guys. It's everything, I guess, like... Just show you, give you a feel, talk about some of the talent changes, some of the adjustments and stuff. I've not gone through absolutely every single change, but I definitely recommend going and checking out somebody like Word Up as well, because he's going to have some great breakdowns from an enhancement main, and yeah. So that would be a shout out there. But just for fun, just to show you guys how this is all looking. For me, it feels really good. It looks really good. It sounds amazing. It sounds incredible. So really, really happy with all that. I think my biggest sort of, my biggest issue as somebody who's not an enhanced main is just tracking Maelstrom procs is my biggest issue right now. It's just like, I'm getting so many Maelstrom weapons and I can't really keep up. And partly this is my fault with my UI being really bad, but you know, it works for me. I'm like constantly trying to look for my Maelstrom weapons and then also look at what things are proccing. And I just find that very hard to do comfortably because I feel like I can't spend a lot of attention on mechanics and stuff because I'm too busy just looking at Maelstrom procs. I know there's like this little highlight here in the middle of my screen where you can see procs and stuff, which is kind of good. I'm also tracking it there. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot to sort of anticipate with procs and things, which I guess is the point and is the fun of Enhance. So I'm not trying to remove that by any means, but yeah, I'm just it's gonna take some getting used to for somebody like myself. But yeah, really fun. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you're interested in some of the other specs I've tested, go check out those videos. Come watch me do these videos live on stream where I'm like checking out all the specs, I'm testing them. I want you guys' input. If you want me to come check something out in Enhance for you, like you've got a certain really cool build that you want me to try out on Alpha, I'm happy to do that. Just come let me know on stream. Cyber_TV on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I'm there. And I'll love you and leave you guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon for the next one.